Thanks for watching the Red and Gold 24/7 podcast show.
Red and gold, red and gold, red and gold, red and gold. Red and gold, red and gold, red and gold, red and gold. Yeah, you know what it is. Home of the West Coast offense. Frisco to Stockton, Modesto to Fresno, we get it poppin'. Rippin' my team when you see me, you know everything.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody!
Bang bang Niner gang. 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 Red and gold, red and gold, red and gold, red and gold. Red and gold, red and gold, red and gold, red and gold. Yeah, you know what it is. Home of the West Coast offense. Frisco to Stockton, Modesto to Fresno, we get it poppin'. Rippin' my team when you see me, you know everything. Red and gold, red and gold, red and gold, red and gold. I put it down for the Niners all across the globe. Red and gold, red and gold, red and gold, red and gold.
I'm flamed up like a gangster. Name on my chain like an old school rapper. Nina had to hit it with that red and gold status. Hate it if you will, I'm a gold rush savage. So who the baddest? West Coast team. One of them with the most in the league. And we sitting on top. Yep, that's
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
What's up, faithful? Welcome to the Red and Gold 24/7 podcast show. Matt PIC and yours truly, Jake Eastham. We're going to go into detail talking about the Bosa signing and all of the restructuring and the games coming up. Let's go. Trying to get Matt Dennis in here. As you guys know, today we had a big announcement. Came on, let you guys know Bosa has signed himself to a 5-year, $170 million contract. $122.5 million guaranteed. Finally getting this dude tied down. He's going to show up to practice. Obviously, going to be playing in the game this weekend. Pittsburgh, look out. TJ Watt ain't got squat on Nick Bosa. What's up, Matt? Welcome to the show.
What's up, Jake?
Just going over the Bosa signing, man.
It's about time.
Yeah, it's about dang time, man.
It's Wednesday, the week of. It's week one. And
Dude, it's regular season eve. Tomorrow's game 1.
yeah, that's until probably like week 3. Probably the only games I'll be able to watch are because on my Prime.
I'm going to be watching them on the NFL Sunday Ticket Direct TV. Definitely going to be out on my patio grilling, enjoying the game online. I'm just glad that this dude is tied down to the game. Like Matt, looks like I can't hear you, buddy. Your audio dropped out there. Just a man, I was really concerned this dude was going to demand a trade and we weren't going to be able to get him signed. Something was going to happen, or the cap wasn't going to have room for him. He wants a lot of money. He got a lot of money. I think we got you back, man. What were you saying about watching the game? Looks like Matt's having some technical difficulties. All good, man. So we're going to get on this show. We're going to talk about, it looks like Bosa reporting to San Fran tomorrow. Santa Clara is going to be at Niners headquarters, going to be at practice, getting ready for the game, prepping for the game. Had an interesting interview with Coach Shanahan right after they announced the signing. Looked like he had no idea that it was going on. We'll take a look at it here in a second. I really thought it says a lot about how he has the ability to kind of disconnect from the media buzz and focus on his job, which makes me feel pretty good about the way everything's going, honestly. Shanahan's always been able to focus and not deal with the buzz. A lot of coaches, you get in the media buzz, you hear them start snapping back. Parcells, when he was with Dallas, being a Dallas media observer here, being stuck in Dallas, Texas, that I have witnessed firsthand that dude just go off on the media. Bill Belichick being short with everybody. You can tell that sometimes it gets to him. Shanahan really kind of keeps his distance and doesn't allow for the buzz to interrupt his coaching. I'm going to go over a few things that Shanahan was sharing in the beginning of his press conference today. There you go, man. Just kind of looks like Coach Shanahan just found out about the media buzz about Bosa signing as he was going into the media prep for his interview and wanted to meet with the press. And it seemed like everybody was kind of letting him know, just kind of separating himself from the media buzz so he can focus on the team that's actually at practice. I don't know if you guys saw it today, but we had a little bit of a cap relief that went down from some, I guess, more generous players that want to make sure that they can do what they can to restructure and get us back on track. Kittle and Trent Williams restructured their contracts. Teams freed up over what was it, Matt? 22 and a quarter $1 million, 23 to get us under the cap. We're about $200,000 under the cap right now. I didn't know what the heck they were going to do about that. Looks like next year's not looking too great either. Looks like they went ahead and paid these guys a bulk of their contract money up front and a signing bonus this year to restructure it to allow them to. They're basically at the end of the year in 2026. Kittle's going to be playing for free on a void year. Says a lot about our team willing to do what they got to do. I mean, I obviously taking a fat check to clear up some cap space isn't exactly twisting somebody's arm, but where'd you go? There we go.
Right here.
Yeah, man. So now that nightmare is over with, I know we were all worried, and especially in our groups and everything, just going AWOL, wondering about what the heck's going to go on. I mean, right now they restructured what $20 million of Trent Williams' base salary to make this go, to make this thing go. $10.5 million of George Kittle's salary. Just to free up a little bit of space, just to barely be under.
Right.
I mean, we were so over the cap, Matt. We were so high above the cap.
And they're gonna have to do it again for Ayuk.
He's doing it.
They're probably gonna have
next year.
Armstead. They're gonna have to restructure his deal again.
Yeah. Man, we paid that dude a lot of money too.
As much as he has improved, and I want him to stay a 49er, if he has to leave, I mean,
to go get paid,
we just got to draft. If he has to leave for us to keep everybody else,
Hargrave's not on a 1-year deal. We've got plenty of D-line depth, I feel like. And like you're saying with the draft, we're definitely going to be able to fill that void. I don't feel like, as much as I respect Armstead, he's a formidable body on that D-line, but he is not, we can replace that, in my opinion.
Right. When we first drafted him, he was a lone man, bro, and then Buckner came, and I was like, all right, you got the two guys together. They played together. They played together since high school, whatever.
Yeah.
And then Armstead was just like, he was hit and miss.
Yeah. He shows up.
And then Bosa came, and then he was like, what? And they both had great years. Bosa had a great year, and then, we traded Buck, which I hated, because I love Buckner. Like, other than Bosa and Justin Smith, and maybe I was a young 49er fan when we had Fred Dean.
Yeah.
Fred
Dean, man, underrated.
And Charles Haley. So, I mean, I was like 9 years old when we first got Charles Haley. So, I've seen us have a lot of great defensive linemen. I mean, shoot, Bryant Young. I'm not going to mention the other guy we had that we drafted the year before we had Bryant Young because he's not worth mentioning anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of people aren't worth mentioning anymore that we drafted. Honestly,
yeah.
There are some guys that I really thought, like Alden Smith, man, don't get me started. That dude had so much promise and just couldn't keep his head out of the clouds, man.
Like when people say, "Oh, well, Bosa didn't break his record," it's still all. I'm like, dude,
not really.
Look at his whole career though. Look at every stat that Bosa has. All his stats are better than Alden Smith.
Yeah.
The only thing that Alden Smith has on him is that that's it. That 1 year. He's got the most sacks by a 49er ever in one season.
It's okay because Bosa's going to break the real record, the NFL record. So I got that dude getting 24 sacks this year, 25 sacks this year, bro. Easy. You better go get it. Freaking $170 million, Matt. I mean, I know he's in California. And
I was being conservative. I was going to be conservative, say 20 and high 23. I'll take 23.
Yeah, 23. Matt, looks like we lost Matt. Man, he's having little connection issues. All good. We're gonna move on to talking about we talked about the restructure, but going into the game against Pittsburgh. Matt of PIC will be back with us in just a second. But going into Pittsburgh, TJ Watt, eat your heart out, dude, because Bosa's coming for Kenny Pickett. We'll see who gets more sacks, bro. Kenny Pickett, man, I don't understand what the buzz is about this dude. He had an okay year last year. Pittsburgh kind of picked up their business halfway through the season, but what'd they do? I'm not worried about them. Oh, they haven't lost a home opener in Pittsburgh in how long? Well, they're going to lose this week. So Brock Purdy's going to put up 30 points as usual. Big standout game from Debo. Get them yak daddies. Brandon Ayuk, Jennings on third down as usual. I don't see a single person going to convince me the Pittsburgh Steelers and the state of their team right now are going to walk into Levi, or they're going to walk in and beat San Francisco. It's not going to happen. We are too stacked. We are ready to go this year. Looks like we're getting Matt back. Hooray! Welcome back to the show, Matt Dennis, PIC. And like I was saying, Pittsburgh has got they packed their lunch, dude, because we're bringing the bacon. There's no reason. Defensively, I don't think that offensively they stand up to our defense. And welcome back, dude. We're just talking about the Pittsburgh game because I lost that. I just think Kenny Pickett's going to look like a dang fool back there against us, against T. Huff, and Bosa, Fred Warner, Hargrave's gonna eat. He's gonna eat, man. I know you were talking about Armstead a minute ago, and go back to your other point about our past issues with the defensive line that we've had drafting. I think going forward, I think later in the draft, we're going to be picking up some people. Hopefully, we can shore up the O line with our first round pick next year. That's what they better do with it. Is shore up the O line.
Yeah, we did. Because we drafted that guy from Michigan.
Yeah,
and he got hurt. He's out for the whole year.
Mm-hmm. He gone.
We drafted Kinlaw. He made the roster, right?
Yeah, Kinlaw's still with us. I really thought they were when he was kind of speaking out about the Trey Lance thing, and they kind of ostracized him and took him and kind of isolated him from the team for a second there, and he was posting about how he couldn't even get in the building. I thought they were going to let him go because he was already on his last leg. He hadn't really looked that good, man. And I was really excited about him when we drafted him. So let's not waste another first-round pick on the D-line. Let's go get that O-lineman. That's all we need. We got receivers. We got youth. Got that Danny Gray. Hopefully he can stay healthy next season, hopefully he comes back at some point late in this season.
Yeah.
I know your boy Ronnie Bell you've been talking about since before we even saw him play.
Well, no. I mean, I've seen him. I've seen a couple games of him in Michigan.
Well, yeah, but not in the NFL though.
But
over.
I know, but he. Remember how good T.O. looked his rookie year in the preseason.
Yeah, he's probably my favorite receiver to ever watch play because I didn't get to see a bunch. I got to see Rice at the end of his career. T.O. watching him come up was influential in my becoming, being a Niners fan from Dallas, who as a kid didn't really get to see nothing. I saw so many highlight reels of that kid, and definitely one of my favorites.
My three favorite 49er receivers, and I'm talking about homegrown: Jerry, T.O., and Dwight Clark.
Yeah, easy. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, we got a new favorite coming.
Now,
I really like to see
when
Debo.
we compare them, I usually say John Taylor was a better.
Better than T.O.?
I used to say John Taylor is about as good as Rice as any 49 receiver that's been. He did it. He was so good for like.
Dang, Matt. Poof, he gone. He's like a genie, man. We'll get him back in here. In the meantime, please, guys, get on the show, like and subscribe. We've got tons of outlets where you can watch the show. We want to see you guys comment. We want to get in. You can get involved on the show. We can get you on StreamYard. Hear what you want to say about everything, but you got to get in there and you gotta bump those numbers a little bit. Help us out. Get the like and subscribe going. Right now, it's kind of like we had to cover this show because of the Bosa thing, and a bunch of guys couldn't make the show tonight. Really missing our guys, Craig and Ryan. Got a bunch of VT guys behind the scenes, the AV team, our admins. But most importantly, man, the show is about you guys. It's about the faithful. This show is about getting the faithful on and talking. Get your face on this show. We want to see you play. Or talk. We want to see what you have to say because honestly, this team don't mean squat without us. And Matt's back, so I really want to hear what he's trying to say about Jonathan Taylor being better than Jerry Rice. Like and subscribe, guys. We're on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and Instagram. Twitch is down right now, but we're getting that worked out. Little bit of a streamcast issue. And don't forget to tune in for our pregame show before week 1 game. We're going to be up an hour to an hour and a half before the show starts, going over player comparisons, head-to-head competitions, offense versus defense, talking about keys of victory. It's going to be a good show. A lot of energy with the other two guys coming in, and we're going to be talking about what Niners got to do to win, what the Steelers got to do to win, besides our entire team collapse, which is what I think is going to have to happen for them to beat us. Because go Niners! Matt, you're back. What were you? Hey, Jonathan Taylor. You were just talking about Jonathan Taylor in comparison to Jerry Rice, Terrell Owens, and Dwight Clark. You said they're every bit as good as Jerry Rice. Is that what you said?
I said John Taylor is as close as a 49 receiver, to Jerry Rice. It was only for a couple years, but he was as good as Jerry Rice for those, for those couple years. He was the starting number 2 receiver.
That's fair. I mean, he's obviously not getting the targets Jerry was. I feel like Jerry was a little quicker off the line than any receiver we've had.
John Taylor, he was faster than Jerry, but Jerry's overall quickness was pretty good for a guy that only ran a 4.7.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jerry is faster off the line than a lot of people, though. His ability to get moving when that ball snapped immediately, his reaction timing, and I mean his ability to get into open space,
separation.
Yeah, get between the defender and the ball, or just get where the ball is and make a play was uncanny. I've seen so many videos and plays of this guy just you don't know how or why, but he's just open. You put the best corner on him. I mean, I think the only person that really, and I wouldn't even say they shut him down, that really had a chance to stop him was Deion Sanders. And really beyond that, there really was no comparison for me. I mean, he's obviously was with the team for a long time. So he went to some of the other teams I don't want to talk about. It upset me that we didn't keep him here for the duration of his career. I'll never understand that. You know what I mean? Like why certain players didn't stay for the, like, I know there's money and all that, but like the Raiders.
I saw a video of former great cornerback, defensive player of the year for us when we won the Super Bowl. He said we didn't offer him a contract for the next year. And I don't believe that. I mean, I can see it because a lot of guys were like, wait, we don't want him here. But, because I know, there are certain players that said we don't want him here, but they knew he would help them win. So I don't know. I mean, I love the dude, but I don't know, his way, he's a little brash, he's a little cocky. I mean, I would have loved to see him retire with us. I would have loved that. We would have won 2 more Super Bowls if he stayed with us instead of going to Dallas.
Well,
at least
he was a hired hand, and for whatever stupid reason, man, honestly, letting him go that next year, not re-signing him was a huge mistake. I mean, could you imagine having 6 Super Bowls and Dallas only having 4? That's what I'm talking about. That would make me feel great, and just as a person.
And keeping all, like, we kept Merton Hanks and Tim McDonald.
Mm-hmm.
We kept Jerry.
Nechosaurus Rex,
and then Ricky and Dion left.
Yeah.
Ricky Waters left to go to Philly for whatever it was.
Yeah.
And Dion left. And
Stayed
You
in
know.
Dallas for a while. You know.
Yeah. And then he went to Washington.
Mm-hmm. He was pretty
And then
much
he went to
done with
Baltimore.
Dallas. He was struggling with that turf toe. He almost retired then. Yeah, Baltimore, they
Yeah.
brought him in. I mean, he played a few for a little bit, and then it was just really nagging for him. And now, look at him. He ain't even got toes, man. Good. Coach
Yeah.
Prime. Shout out to Coach Prime, though, on that CU victory against TCU, man. As much as I root for, the Frogs, see him pull to talk that talk and to really turn that school program around in one off season. A lot of respect.
Yeah, I love him because, he's the guy that got me into college football.
That's fair. That's fair.
His
I've never really been a
his
huge college football
last
fan
year.
because I just have no alma mater or anything. And I mean, I had my stints where I watch it, but my love has always been, I've always had to struggle just to watch and keep up with the Niners. So that's enough work for me. And even in the years where we weren't nothing and we were bad, like that's all I cared about. That's what made me happy. I got Niners and Stars. I got a little bit of hockey love for my Dallas Stars. And that started in 1993 when they moved here. So went to a few Sharp Tank games myself when I was up there too. So
Yeah. My first one in about a month.
Oh yeah, you going to Tank?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, man, it's gonna be fun. I want to go to a few games this year myself. Speaking of games, Pittsburgh, man, Pittsburgh. You got any mystery stats for us that we need to know about?
Okay, so they say that some of the people that are professional broadcasters that are used to former players of Steelers, they say they're going to beat us. Their fans say, "Oh, you guys ain't got no chance. You're not that good." We know you went to
Everybody
AFC
says. That's
Championship
what
game.
Dallas said. That's what Green Bay said. That's what the Saints said. That's what Seattle thought they was going to come in and beat us because they got a third shot at us last year. We rolled 40 points on those clowns. Be careful what you wish for, Pittsburgh.
I think if we can get to small hands Kenny Pickett, he's in for big trouble. It's big trouble in the Pittsburgh area.
I think that we're going to have a lot of pressure on that O-line. We are stacked right now.
And our backups can bring it too. I mean, Kerry Hyder.
I know we just picked him back up. I'm so happy we got him back.
But if he has to play extended minutes, he better return to what he was before he went to Seattle after he was with us that 1 year. He better you better at least give us like 6 sacks off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, with losing Omenahu and Drake Jackson, I hope he has a big year. Kinlaw, he's a number 2, for me. I honestly think Kinlaw should be coming off the bench anyway, man. To be real honest with you, like maybe keeping him fresh would help him get pressure. He just seems so effective at times, and he's supposed to be this big, like coming out of college. He had all this hype, and he's first rounder, and it's just, what are we doing picking this dude up, watching him?
He was supposed to be like the Bryant Young of South Carolina.
Yeah. I think what we need
because
we need to stop trying to draft the next Bryant Young and draft the next whoever they are to be an infamous Niner, like Nick Bosa. Bosa, hands down, lottery winner on that one. Dude, I mean, That guy I love his demeanor, how calm he is. He's just like, I just want to sack the quarterback. That's all. He's not out there being a cocky. I mean, maybe he is behind, off camera, but he just does his job and he loves to win.
He is as good of a first-round pick as any first-round pick the 49ers have ever made. I'm talking about
the one that tops it the way he's
I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about Gary Rice. I'm talking about Brian Young. Everybody.
As far as
every first round.
We don't need a single other player on our team to be great for him to do his job. No. Jerry Rice needed somebody throwing in the ball, didn't he? Nick Bosa's getting to you even if you double team him. You got three scrubs on the other side of the D line not doing squat. He's still coming for you, and you got to worry about him no matter what. As a contributor, he is. You're right. He is as good as any other first-round pick or any other defensive player we've ever had, for that matter. As far as a contributor, he's just as a contributor as Deion Sanders was for the 1 year he was here. Shut down corner. Well, this is a shut down defensive end, and he's going to be shutting it down this year.
What he got? Let's see. So he's approaching. He's either at or coming up on 50 plus sacks. He gets 80, 90 pressures every year. Every year. He forces at least 3 fumbles every year. I'm guessing somewhere around 5 or 6 PBUs every year. You know, the balls that he bats away.
Yeah.
And how many times does he, like, when he pressures, how many times does he allow or force the other guy to make the sack because he got, like, pushed out of the way? Like, he creates sacks for other players that they would have never got.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking about pressures. Pressures is a big deal. Hurrying the quarterback, having those footsteps behind you when you're running. He's talking. Like, he's like, come here, you. I couldn't imagine somebody that scary just like totally just Winnie the Poohing at you. You know what I mean?
He does to quarterbacks now what Haley did to Jim Everett, the Phantom sack game at the 89 NFC Championship game when we boat raced those Rams 30-0.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
nobody was even
no credit for. I mean, he did it once, rookie year, but fifth. I mean, you're talking about from the injured year where we missed him all year, right? 2020. He went from 9 sacks his rookie year, which he didn't even play all the games, did he? He played 2 games that year? Or no, he played 16 games that year. That was 2020 where he went down early. But 15 and a half sacks 2 seasons ago, 18 and a half this year. It's going up, man. And he's got, from 10 assists. And I mean, solo pressures, 37 solo pressures last year. I see him going well over 40. He's going to hit 60 sacks this year. And he's at 43. So he's going to have at least 17, in my opinion. At least. Okay. Hoping he's going to have a record year, but I'm just being reasonable. Like, he's going to at least hit 17. I think that's fair. Last year was not not a fluke. I think that this year is going to be his "I'm here, I have arrived, look out" season.
I think he missed out on three sacks or something like that because he was either held or
Oh, dude, don't even get me started. The Super Bowl, how many times they held him and he was like inches away from Patrick Mahomes while somebody's literally gripping his shoulder pads from the outside, just trying to yank him down to the ground. I don't even know how
every
he
play,
that season.
every play, he and DeForest Buckner were held.
Dude, if you
Every
don't hold him, he's going to get by you. So, I mean, I fully believe he's going to get held every play this year. And when he doesn't, he's going to get through. And another point, I think that we're going to have 4 sacks in the game on this weekend against Pittsburgh. 4 sacks. I think Bosa's going to have 2. I think we're going to get 1 from Fred Warner, or surprisingly enough, T. Huff, and we're going to get 1 from Hargraves. And my prediction for the season on that is that our defense is going to look a lot like statistically the way Philadelphia's D-line looked last year, except bigger numbers, because we're going to get more from one side than we are the rest. But I foresee us causing a lot of problems for anybody.
I think Jair Brown might have a couple. I'd say he has a couple.
Yeah, I mean, I think you think he's going to start?
He's not going to start right away, but I think eventually, he's going to pass up Gibson, and Gibson's just going to go back to being a reserve.
And do
because Gibson,
Kyle Shanahan's old, hey, we're trying to get rookie contracts in here. Yeah,
I think Gibson, he's a good influence on Huff and Brown, but he's there to be like, I'm going to start a couple games and then I'm going to let this young kid take over, and I'm just going to go sit on the bench, and I'm going to if Huffer young kid need a break, I'm going to go give him a blow for a play, let him get a drink of Gatorade real quick, whatever, and then I'm going to go sit down on the bench.
Surprise touchdown. Who's going to score?
He's like, I want to retire.
Yeah, he is probably. I mean, I think Jair is going to work his way in starting position.
I believe the first touchdown is going to be number 11.
Yeah.
I think Ayuk's going to score the first touchdown.
He's due to blow up this year, and I know he's going to do it. I think him and Debo are going to have monster years together. I think our first touchdown is going to be Christian McCaffrey, though. I think it's going to be a short pass in the flat, much like Brock Purdy's first touchdown pass to Christian McCaffrey. Just kind of 10 yards and out. Get a little bit of yak in the red zone.
And then what? Yeah. Okay.
I got a touchdown from Christian on the ground and in the air this weekend. And I'm thinking Debo's going to have a big gain, a long run on a short pass, and Ayuk's going to get one deep. And we're gonna put up. Honestly, I've got us going like 38 points in this game. Dude, and I'm being realistic. I think that we're going to tear up. I think we're going to tear up their defense. I don't think anybody's ready for what we're bringing on Saturday or on Sunday. Sorry.
I think Kittle gets one. I think Kittle gets one too before it's all said and done.
Oh yeah, he has to. Like I can't sit there. I think played where he doesn't score, man. He's just always got the ball in his hands and he's always finding the end zone. Spectacular tight end. Which brings me to the next point. Man, let's clear the air, man. Kittle's gotta be through the extent of his career now and for the next 5 years. I feel like he's going to establish himself. And you kind of touched with me on this earlier as the best tight end we've ever had.
Yeah, he's not going to get he doesn't get the ball, like I'd like him to get. I mean, I'd like him to get like 12 targets every game, but he's not going to get that because
he's got a job to do. He's got to hit them blocks. He's got to pancake people. Get the run game going. I think that he's gonna lay a few people out this year, and I'm ready for it.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks for the comment, brother.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's get them comments in, man.
And that's our boy Sean King from the group.
Yes, sir. Red and gold.
Red and gold 24/7. That's who we are.
All day.
Check out the YouTube channel.
That's right. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X. Sorry. Not Twitter. It's X.
Yep. Like the great DMX.
The great DMX.
X gonna give it to him. Gonna give it to him, man.
Exhibit. Go all day here. X to the Z. Golly, terrible. Yeah, man. Kittle is. I'm just gonna say it for all you haters out there and all you Chiefs fans. Kelsey is not the tight end that George Kittle is. He's got Patrick Mahomes throwing in the ball, and he runs great routes. He can catch the ball, but he does not play the game the way Kittle plays the game. Kittle is a complete tight end.
Nah.
100%. All aspects of the game he has to play. He could probably, honestly, in my opinion, he could probably get on defense and play and start. And I want to say if he had someone like Mahomes throwing him the ball, his stats, the fact that he's even close without him, just goes to show you the kind of work that dude does.
Mahomes in our offense.
I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about
it. I know.
Yeah. But, honestly, I think that Purdy's going to get that job done. I think he's going to find ways to win, get us the ball. Yeah, he's not a deep threat. He is. People say he's not a deep threat, but he really is. He gets the ball 30, 40 yards. We have 75-yard touchdowns. We have deep throws, especially up the seam, man. I feel like Kittle's favorite route is up the seam. Hey, babe.
Oh yeah, right up the sideline.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets away from the safety or the cornerback or whoever's trying to cover him, I mean, he's making Pro Bowl cornerbacks like Stephon Gilmore look bad. Jalen Ramsey. I mean, I love Jalen Ramsey because he's a Florida State Seminole, but when we're playing against him, I want whoever to just make him look bad.
Yeah, man. I mean, any of our guys playing against him, you're a Ram. I don't care who you play.
Well, he's on the Dolphins now.
Well, I know
he's on the Dolphins now.
Once a Ram, always a Ram, dog. Get that crap out of here. No. Aaron Donald, eat your heart out, man. Somebody's got you beat. Hope you like losing for the next 5 years.
Stat prediction for Bosa. This is what I'm saying for the year. Okay, I'm going to say, give me 23 sacks. Give me 50 pressures. Give me 6 PBUs. And for
Okay.
everybody that don't know what a PBU is, that's when the defensive end swats that ball down back to the ground. Okay. I'm going to say 4 forced fumbles and 2 recoveries. And I'm even going to throw in for giggles, I'm going to throw in a blocked field goal.
All right.
Just because.
All right. I'm gonna get him an interception at the line, a batted ball interception, tip ball.
I can see it. I can see it. Tip drill to himself.
23 sacks. I agree with you, even though I kind of want to say 24, but I'm playing with fire. I'm gonna go ahead and. I mean, I like your 50 pressures, but I think he pressures on every play. So just double it. Just go ahead and double it. No, honestly, I think Hargraves is going to get double-digit sacks this year as well. I think everybody on our D-line except for, and no offense, Javon Kinlaw is not going to have double-digit sacks. He's a backup. But I think that we're going to have Drake Jackson's going to have 8 to 10. Like, we're going to have so much pressure this year, it's going to wreak havoc and it's going to cause problems, and we're going to start seeing offensive lines just crumble. And I'm going to give Bosa 1.
I'll give Hyder 5.
Okay. I got 4 on him. 4. So, I guess
I'll give Hyder 5. I'll give
Hyder 5.
Maybe I should write this down.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, write it down. Yeah.
You think I should write this down? Keep track of this stuff?
Yeah. So, man, I'm gonna close it out, and I'm gonna say Brock Purdy, 4 touchdown passes. 4 touchdown passes. I think he has a huge game coming back. I'm gonna go ahead and say he probably has at least
275.
275. He's gonna break. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you 275. I'm gonna say 300, but let's be realistic. A lot of ground game against Pittsburgh. A lot of ground game. So I could take 275. And like I said, Ayuk, Debo, CMC, Kittle all have touchdowns. Maybe a surprise touchdown by Jawan Jennings, and we're going to get one on the ground. I actually got Elijah Mitchell getting a ground touchdown in this game because he's a really good red zone back. Again, 38 points. That's where I'm at. It's 38 points. So yeah, I guess I mean,
might be pushing 50 almost.
Yeah, I mean, 48 is pretty close. 49. Remnants of the Super Bowl 29. Lucky number 49. Yep. Yeah, man, it's going to be a hard day for Pittsburgh. I think we got our hands cut out for us, or, our defense is going to have its work cut out for us too, but not to the extent Pittsburgh will. And I'll go ahead and say it right now. Like, look out Rams, look out Cardinals. Look out Seahawks, especially Seahawks this year. I think they're in for a rude awakening. They thought they were with us last year, and we showed them who Daddy was. And there's going to be a lot of teams that are walking into San Fran thinking they're going to prove something. I think Philadelphia is going to go down. I think. I know we could lose, and I know I said this in my predictions earlier in the offseason that I predicted that Pittsburgh might upset us. But I think that this Bosa signing is going to revitalize our team right now, and I think we're going to be running full speed into the game on Sunday. All right, man. I think that's it for today, man. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Red and Gold 24/7 gas show. Matt, thanks for kicking it for an hour. I know we want to get Ryan back on here later in the week. I mean,
yeah.
Don't forget to tune in, like and subscribe on the show. We want to see your comments and your reactions as much as possible. Going to get Ryan in here and Craig next week. Let's get a couple of people, guest people on the show. We're going to have our pregame show an hour and a half before the show starts. Going to take it right into game time. Going to have a game time show with reactions, just a game watching party, because that's what we do. Is we want to hook the faithful up and watch the game with you. I don't know if Matt's going to be there. Matt, you going to be there? You going to be watching the game
for this game or next game?
Oh,
I'm
Sunday.
I'll be here doing the show. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Pre-game,
Ryan said he's going to try to do something. So, yeah, sports.
Pre-game, game time, post-game shows all coming at you all season. Stay tuned, guys.
Red and go, red and go, red and go, red and go. Red and go, red and go, red and go, red and go. Yeah, you know what it is. Home of the West Coast offense. Frisco to Stockton, Modesto to Fresno, we get it poppin'. Reppin' my team, when you see me, you know everything. Red and go, red and go, red and go, red and go. I put it down for the Niners all across the globe. Red and go, red and go, red and go, red and go.
I'm flamed up like a gangster. Name on my chain like an old school rapper. Nina had a hit